Cotton, you drank an entire gallon of water. I am absolutely proud of you. That's fantastic. That's an appropriate amount of water to drink in a day. Now you just need to do that every day.
I only managed to drink 1.5 liters today because I got stuck away from my... I wasn't able to keep refilling my water bottle at work.
All right, let me throw this at you. Just drink another ½ liter through the show. That's some premium stuff.
I don't know if I have more filtered water.
Oh, you know what? It's been so long since I've done an actual stream, I forgot to switch to camera view. Well, Shep right here appears to be working on an orc. I don't wanna prejudge. It's pretty orc-like face. Could be some form of sentient primate as well. Seems very orc-like.
I agree, it looks orc-like, but by the time I'm done, it'll be a troll.
All right. I mean, trolls have an orc-ish heritage. Friends, we're back. Obviously, we're without Mick. Mick, as he requested, is leaving to do his Mick-like thing for the Mick summertime period. Who knows if he'll return, though? Last time it took him a while. And second, who knows if there will be anything to return to? Shows live and die all the time on my channel now. What was once a period of great peace lasted for a whole year, and then the Fire Nation attacked. Or maybe I've just been watching too much Avatar. Now, I do want to say, tonight we have a corporate sponsorship. I wanted to thank the Lynx Corporation. Yes, that Lynx Corporation. I didn't think I'd be able to get 4 hours off of my ship time and my space hab in space to do this stream, but Chairman Zhang personally gave me an allocation because I'd managed to knock a few $1 million off of my $1 billion debt. Connor, I was really hoping for some backup here, but it doesn't seem like you're paying attention.
Sorry, I was adjusting my camera so it was more reasonable. But
it's all right. I just want to thank Chairman Zhang once again and look forward to my pre-registered vote for him in the upcoming elections. Meanwhile, tonight's stream will see some slight retconning with Mick's disappearance. We never got to resolve that. Lyra, not actually dead. That's not a retcon. I mistakenly believed that her taking damage would force her to make 2 death saves, but it has to be a targeted attack, which the attack she took was not. It was the splash damage. So, Lyra, slightly alive, mostly dead. Mostly dead. After the episode, the crew here presented me with a list of demands. I think maybe they might not have wanted to call it a list of demands. That's what it was. But
it was not a list of demands.
It not only was
not at all a list of demands.
Not only was it a list of demands, it was also numbered, I believe.
It was called suggestions.
Let me go to the pinned list here. It's called requests, but they are numbered.
You once asked us what we wanted to see on the show, and we didn't really have an answer at the time.
I understand. I'm trying to generate additional comedy by overblowing.
Yes. I was just making sure you didn't think those were actually demands.
You may not have realized this, but occasionally I exaggerate things for the purposes of comedy.
What?
Very occasionally.
Oh my god.
As a result, gameplay on this show may be taking a new direction in accordance with the list of demands. I'm putting that in air quotes for those of you who are listening and not watching the show. One final note I have before we do introductions. Viewers of this show are among the most loyal on my channel. Grimdark James recently did a breakdown as to video viewership, and people who watch this show have watched it from the beginning more than almost any other series besides Battletech. So thank you, loyal viewers who come back every week. I realize you might not be the most numerous. Our stream is a little odd, and it often does not meet on a regular basis. But you are here for that artwork, for those memes, for the comedy.
Roasting.
That's true. Somebody's usually getting, and as I said that, the picture of the demon dogs roasting everybody was the one that was on screen. So nice work, Shep. You managed to time that well.
Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of Rose. Oh, look at this. Grimdark James, during the data analysis, has come up with another conclusion. In terms of viewer stickiness, that is to say viewer loyalty, Cottontailed is the most loyal. Shows that have Cottontailed on them have the highest viewer loyalty rating.
Hey,
Makes
go
sense.
figure. So, what's your comments to that, Cotton?
Yeah, we're gonna listen.
Speech.
I was gonna roast Connor, but let's do your intro, Cotton. Let's loosey goosey. Do whatever you want.
Hi, I'm Cotton. I doodle and stuff. It's usually my intro.
You generate the most loyal fan base of all of AP shows.
Well, I think
You can
that's
add
a
that to your
coincidence.
Data doesn't lie. Data can be
it's-
misinterpreted, but it doesn't lie.
That's right. The data
I
supports the shit.
am the renowned champion of Made RPG.
That's true. 3 victories under your belt. Did
I
he
also
just say
won a...
cheating? That's the sound of a sore loser. That's what you've got right there.
Did you say cheating?
Yes.
How did you not hear
Wow.
that and I did? Wow.
Because this is,
Because she just ignores him.
I have my headphones on.
That does happen after a while.
Yeah, faster than you think.
I heard he said something. I didn't think he said cheating. I also
It only
won
did,
Fiasco, which is apparently hard to do. Wait, that might be a spoiler.
That is a spoiler. That episode's
so
not going to be out
sorry.
for... I don't know why I do Board Game Cult. You spoiled that episode. Sputnik spoiled the episode he was on. Like...
Spoilers!
Maybe I should just put who wins the episode in the title.
I'm sorry. I've had a rough week. I wasn't...
It's all right.
It seems like a long time ago.
By the time Fiasco comes out, people will probably have forgotten.
I hope
Maybe.
so. That's my
Merc Drake's
bad.
out there just going, damn it.
I accidentally spoiled Fiasco.
So terrible.
Let's not draw attention to it any further. You know,
Yep.
who knows?
Called
Let's
lampshading.
let's go to Shep. He seems busy.
That was the most
I don't
move
know.
we've ever done.
I don't know how I can follow up after the star power that Cotton has. I feel very humbled now. So, congratulations, Cotton. I think you're muted. Everyone, I'm robSHEPart. So, hi there. I draw on Twitch, and I'm going to be doing some D&D content coming up. I've started my Patreon page. If anyone wants to go take a look at that, it's, what is it? Patreon. I'm robSHEPart on Patreon. So a quick search and you'll be able to find
You're
that.
saying patreon.com/robSHEPart?
You got it. Thank
Just
you
to
very
be
much.
clear. I just want to be very clear about that particular regard.
Yeah, so I've got the tier set up. So basically I'm going to do a quest module. I'm going to try to do one a month. It might be one every 2 months. But the different tiers are if you want, lore of the realm and monster cards and some maps and then a quest module at the end. So hopefully it'll be something that folks will find interesting. But I don't have any followers just yet. I mean, it's literally something I'm working on in my spare time right now, but I'm getting ready to launch that out. So come on, stop by. Otherwise, if you just want to see me on Twitch, I'm on about 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm trying to ramp that up, but it's been a struggle lately. Other than that, that's my gig. Connor, what do you got?
Speaking of struggling lately to get onto Twitch, there's me, Connor Hughes.
Connor, I want to cut in here real quick. I have not been able to give you the Twitch Prime because you haven't streamed in over a month, so I gave it to somebody else.
Okay, that's fair.
You need to come back, buddy. I can't do this without you. I can't Twitch Prime you if you aren't here.
That's very true, and that's very fair. It's a very fair statement. Well, I mean, there is sort of a reason for that, and that's actually came out yesterday. It's on Kickstarter. I've been working on this thing called The Adept, which is it's like a martial arts comic that I was working with a martial arts expert on from Shaolin.
That
and I got to do some of the
Nice.
choreography for that.
the Adept by Immortal Studios.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, just let me go ahead and figure out what's a good level to pledge at.
Well, check it out. I mean, see what you like about it. But I can say it's been pretty fun. I got to, like I said, got to work with a martial arts expert on it, and like we got to sort of like jive about like moves and stuff. And it's gonna be working with him on an ongoing basis on some of the bits. So it'll be fun.
Would you say that the moves are like Jagger?
Nice.
I haven't seen that much Mick Jagger, so I don't know. I don't want to mischaracterize both either the product or
listen,
Mick
you're
Jagger.
so far behind on music of the last 10 years that was not created by like Biggie or Tupac or Wu-Tang Clan. I can't even with you right now. But
Yeah,
I
bad.
did buy the early bird print of the Adept just now.
Thank you very much.
No, Connor. You.
Well, hopefully
So
you enjoy
Connor,
it.
did you do all the art, or what's your participation?
So I'm doing some of the layouts. Like I'm just doing some of the bits that then Yishan finalizes, like inks and colors and stuff. I just
Okay.
do. I work. There's some bits that they want to be very technical as far as the martial arts go, and so I work with another person, Gene Ching, who like is an expert in this matter, and then he works with me, and that way I'm not like we're not bogging down the progress of the overall book to get those scenes like correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think there's probably too many comics out there with like a martial arts choreographer, but that's what the Adept has.
That's nice. And I saw the Charlie posted on Twitter that you guys funded in like 45 minutes or something.
It was really fast. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just a small part of the team.
Right, but you're here. You can pass it on.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's what.
Charlie, if you're here, congratulations.
Yeah.
You might be watching them.
Yeah, it might be. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And other than that, I am now looking forward to getting some D&D in. After a few weeks now, it's been some time. Excited.
Grimdark James would like to add that all of my most successful shows feature myself on them.
That is definitely like
I have no control over whether I will or will not show up on my own streams, though. So I feel like that particular tidbit is both self-explanatory and meaningless. I could go the It Me JP route and just produce shows, not being on camera and just stream them. But I don't know that I have the Gamemaster capacity to allow people to do that, or the patience to spend 4 hours not role-playing.
all of your least popular ones too. Grimdark James says.
Wow, that's true. You know what they say, you hit 100% of the shots that you take, right? That's the thing that people say.
40%
Yes.
of the time.
You hit 100% of your successful shots. That is a thing. That is true.
Mm-hmm. That is known
It's
as
like those people in Left 4 Dead with that over 100% accuracy rating because they shotgun people.
Hell yeah, that's my game right there. It's my strategy.
Cotton and Pondo are still playing Left 4 Dead 2 if you want to ever just stalk them on their Steam.
I should. I've been actually playing a little bit of Vermintide, and so that's a little bit.
Oh,
like,
that's why you were like, you know what, guys? Instead of playing D&D, we could play Vermintide.
No, I was just saying.
And
that
you know
if-
what? Shep's over there going, Deep Rock Galactic. We should play this sometime. And I'm over here
Hey.
just going, oh my God, can we play some D&D, guys?
Rob and I are both factoring in the possibility that there's a vague chance that things might not happen one way or another. So prepare for alternatives, I suppose. But yeah, how about you, AP?
Me? I think I did my
did
thing.
your intro. But you might have a second go around. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that I need a second go around, but Hardspace Shipbreaker came out, and you know what? It's relaxing just playing a southern good old boy floating in space, cracking open a ship. I think I have a new approach that I'm going to do going forward. Maybe in the next couple of days, I'm going to wait for somebody to formulate a guide and follow that. But for now, I think my approach is going to be to get inside the ship and break all the cut points up as quickly as possible after trying to depressurize out the front cockpit. It seems almost as if pulling objects out the front cockpit is a huge waste of time. I need to cut the cockpit away once all the objects are in it, and then dump the cockpit into the barge area with all the objects in it. That is probably the best choice. You know, use gravity to slingshot everything down towards Earth. That's the good stuff. And then just wait for the ship to naturally break apart. Just a Hard Space Shipbreaker is about cutting ships apart, just to be clear. And the last ship we cut apart was called the Conorhughes.
That's right.
It was a massive pain in the ass, just like Conorhughes.
Yep.
Got him!
Got him.
There's that burn. Connor, what the heck are you drawing over
That was
here?
a good one.
I don't know, just doodles.
Look at this guy's chin. He's got it looks like the nozzle of a gardening hose.
Where's the nozzle?
The chin is just
Nozzle of a gardening hose.
Yeah, you know, it's at the front end of the gardening hose when you're holding it. And all right, Connor, you know, does he have nails in his head now? When did that happen?
It happened a long time ago. That's like ages ago. This is like a nozzle for a gardening hose.
No.
Where
Okay, first off, that's a spray thingy on a gardening hose.
Okay. So you just want the hose part?
Yeah. And now imagine you're holding the hose back, and so the front end of it curves, right? It bends under its own weight. All right. Now imagine that's that guy's chin.
I mean, okay, I don't see it, but you know, fine, fair.
You know what? I'm gonna
Art is for the viewer to interpret in their own terms.
That's true.
Right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not like denying that it looks like a garden hose.
All right,
I just don't
here,
see it right
on
now.
the roll 20. Here's my stick figure hand holding a gardening hose. Here is the part that looks like the guy's chin. You see, the gardening hose is leaning at an angle.
Oh, okay.
Are we there
Sure.
now? No. You sound like you're trying to appease me rather than that you agree with me, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, I think I can see like that you're talking about the general like angle.
It's fine, Connor.
arc.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I regret saying anything.
It's why?
I don't see it.
I got some really high level Conorhughes drawing gardening equipment out of it.
Right, yeah.
Symbolic, yeah.
All right. Are we ready to do this thing?
Are we ready?
I don't know. Cotton, you ready?
We're here.
Pepper, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here's the
Let's
thing.
see.
I asked the cast members that, and everybody sub-vocalizes. There's never anyone that's like, I'm ready. That's what I'm expecting. Because they're all on this screen over here, and I don't want to turn my head to see if they're nodding or not. But now I have to. Now
I
have
see.
to.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Sorry.
did like fingers, you know?
Yeah, but I can't see your fingers.
I didn't realize you.
So-
I didn't realize we were over there. for
Monitor
you.
2 is right here, which is why sometimes I turn and talk like this.
Yeah.
And that's got OBS, which has all of your faces, but you're like this big.
Mhm.
So I can see your general expressions, but I can't see if you're nodding or pointing or anything. Wow. Chat really wants to start some shit tonight, huh? All right, chat.
Yay, chat.
We'll get
You're
some
over-
we'll
you
get
guys
some
are over
shit
here for
started.
me generally.
Previously on this show, we're reversing time slightly. Lyra Fulbright, you're not dead, you're alive. The troll that's right next to Ashe Heiral explodes as a steaming white hot light cuts through it like a saber and resolves itself into Ash's mom. Do we have her name?
Yeah, she's Aisha.
Aisha, yes, Celestial Diva, as she materializes into the prime material plane. Also, that thing where Baldric came back to life didn't happen. Ghost Baldric is still dead. We'll save him to come. He can come save the players again at another time. She looks at Ashe sadly as she walks over to Charquala, throws Charquala over her shoulder, and disappears again into the infinite darkness that is the border between the positive and negative energy planes. And as the portal is closing, you can see her putting down Charquala and saying, "If you want to go home, a portal back to your realm is at the far end of this border. You had best start running, Charquala." And then the portal closes. So, Gizmo, you had attracted the attention of the troll before it exploded in a white-hot fiery death. Lyra, you're dying, and Ashe, you're mostly dead, but not dead yet. What do you all want to do? You have one round until Lyra has to make another death saving throw and then really die.
Right. I'm definitely going to run over to Lyra, start doing some CPR type business along with the lay hands. I think I got some left.
Just want to feel up your girlfriend. That's fine. No one's judging you. How much lay on hands are you using?
We remember last episode, you know.
No comment. Do I have full? No, wait. Sorry. Okay. Let me get the right character.
All you gotta do is give her 1 point at least.
Yeah, I think I have. I mean, I give at least one, but let me just check if I got more. Okay, never mind on that one. I cast Cure Wounds on Lyra.
Very well.
For 2d8 plus 3.
Do you still do that, what were you calling it, the CPR thing?
In this case, no. The urgency requires Ashe to summon up a great amount of magical strength, as this is a level 2 spell, and I guess that requires touch, but this is definitely much more like maybe forehead touch, like. Bing.
Okay, Lyra, you awaken. You're being touched on your forehead.
I mean, okay. For 5 health, you get 5 health.
5 health is very nice.
That's much better than 0, certainly.
It's much better than 0. Where'd it go?
It is split in half and evaporating as the fire that consumed it begins to eat up its magical trollish body parts.
We had some help.
Some people say Ashe's mama's got it going on.
What was that?
Some holy help. My mom came around. She got our back, I guess.
That's good.
Yes. You were looking pretty rough. Luckily, Charquala got taken away too. So.
Yeah, maybe we should get the hell out of here.
I think so.
Yes, let's leave.
That's Gizmo saying that this time. Yeah, let's run.
Unless there's anything on the body of that troll.
The body of the troll is currently self-immolating.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to touch it while it's on fire?
No, I don't want to touch it. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Lyra's gonna go grab her stuff, which I think is like she slept over here-ish.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about all these semi-dead or very dead drow men?
That's a good question. I guess we should bury them.
How many are not dead?
Dead ones I want to try and heal.
Well, they're dead.
Oh.
I think they were all like really dead.
If you want to expend the last of your healing spells, you can save the dying, and in so doing, there will be 10 remaining.
Let me see how many healing spells I have left. I can cast 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I'll say 15 remaining then. I thought you didn't have that many.
I only use my 3rd level and my 4th level spell slots.
Sure.
And one of my 1st level spell slots.
15 freed drow slaves. SHEPART is missing an eye, but now he's got one of those makeshift eye patches, like a leather belt around his head, and then like a second cloth around his ear, and it looks super badass. And he just says, "I don't know that living here is going to be a good idea. Seems very dangerous."
Proven much more dangerous than we initially suspected. I think that would be prudent if you guys got out.
Yes, we will make this decision. We will consult with you as to where we should go from here. But we will make our own decision.
Of course.
What would you suggest?
As far as I know, your two options are Drowtown with the magistrate and where you came from. I don't like either of those options.
Where did you come from?
We came from Corsairport. Well, we're from a land. We're from all different kinds of different places, but we
can we
arrived
go
here
to
on this
this?
island.
Can we go to those different places? Are they
From
better
the
than
surface.
Yes, make your way to the surface to Corsairport.
here? Yes, the surface. And
The
he like
surface.
laughs, and everyone around him laughs as well. They're standing in a room full of their own dead people, and most of them are injured, but they're filled with levity over your joke about the surface.
Yeah, I didn't think you folks could do well in the sun. If you can do well in the sun, then surface would be better.
He stops laughing for a moment, only because it's hurting him to laugh this much, and he says, "Oh, the sun! Excellent jest, my lord. Excellent jest. Your levity in this situation of dire need is much appreciated." He translates what you have said into Drow for all of the Drow. They also begin chuckling at the idea of the sun.
It's important to be able to laugh at death. Otherwise, yeah, I would say Drowtown is probably your best bet. I can't say I know for sure, though.
Will we not be enslaved again in the town of the Drow?
My impression is that the magistrate is a much fairer master than where you come from. But that's simply my impression. I can't guarantee you.
Is there no place where we might find a place for ourselves?
You could try the surface. If you would believe us that it exists.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
You literally use the words, "if you believe us."
I'll assist. Can I assist? Because I'll give him a quick speech that Corsairport is a great place to start life all over again.
What do you got? Is that all you got? Give me some more.
And he talk and I assist him.
I want to hear more than that if he's talking.
All right. Well, that was pretty much it. It's like we've been to Corsairport. You know, all of us have traveled far and wide to arrive at Corsairport to have new beginnings, and it is a good opportunity, a good place for you to go to have a new beginning, because we cannot look over you anymore. You need to be able to be independent, and I believe that that's probably the best option for you guys.
Okay.
You can come with us to Corsairport, because we are probably going to be heading back to there.
Make a persuasion at advantage.
All right. Where'd my character sheet go?
Up where they walk, up where they talk, up where they spend all day in the sun. Listen, the surface is a fictional place we write songs about.
Well,
Not real.
They'll get used to it.
Yeah, of course. You know, once they trade in their fins for legs, they will, in fact, get used to it.
I thought they would burn up, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No, they have disadvantage in sunlight,
Just,
but they don't.
just disadvantage.
Sorry, Connor.
Persuasion.
Drow don't instantly immolate in the sun.
I thought they took like 1d4 per like
What?
hour out in the sun or something.
They just
It
have
burns,
disadvantage
it
to almost
burns.
everything.
Okay, good.
Most Drow that live on the surface wear sun hats or sunscreen.
Okay.
What's his name? Who's that really famous Drow that does all this
Is
stuff?
it?
Not Drizzt. Drizzt literally spent years staring at the sun every morning in order to adjust. Not everyone has that kind of time to live in a cave on the side of a frozen mountain. The shitty mercenary, I'm just gonna Google Drizzt shitty mercenary.
Oh, Jarlaxle.
Jarlaxle wears a sun hat.
Yeah. Yeah, and the eye patch.
Yeah.
Is he in
Jarlaxle.
Waterdeep, I think, right? He's
Sorry,
in the
what?
Waterdeep series.
I mean, he's from
He
his
might
own
be.
series. He's from the Drizzt series. He is interwoven in the fiction pretty deeply now. He's in like 15 books.
Yeah, I think he's a really good character. Very interesting.
I mean, he's a cheater.
Yeah, but
he's
see,
like Batman. Every time he comes to a situation, he's like, I have a new magical item I've never had before and I'll never have again that will solve my problem.
It's handy. I wish I had that magical item.
That's the thing about Jarlaxle. They're like, he's always prepared. And I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit code for he just has whatever the author needs.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's his character, and as long as you accept that, you're good. All right. They agree that they will go to Corsairport. They talk it over for a little while, and then they say, we have come to the conclusion that we will be free in Corsairport. And we will have much to learn there. It is a city of freedom.
I think that's a very good choice because, you know, we can always be there to advise because we're going to be heading back there too. So yeah, I think it's the right choice for you guys.
Do we think that the Corsairport will be okay with these folks?
Corsairport believes that the drow aren't real.
Right.
And they also have minimal opportunity for employment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hopefully
they could always use more labor to work in the forest.
You want to throw them at the barracks of the lumberjacks? Very well.
I'm not throwing them anywhere. I'm looking for opportunities.
Look, they'll fit in with the all-male society there.
Yeah.
They're lumberjacks and they're okay.
What they won't fit in with is
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Or that's okay.
Just having to be a lumberjack. They haven't even seen trees and they're gonna have to learn how to nature.
There are under trees.
I miss the lumberjacks. We haven't seen them in a long time.
We could return there and tell them about how we totally killed that pirate dude.
That's right.
Bartholomew Blackhand.
One victory under our belt.
Yeah, so I guess as long as that's settled, I think our plan is to depart this weary tavern.
I think Lyra's going to take the time to put her armor back on.
That's wise.
Yeah. I'll do the same. I guess we should do a short rest, really.
Or finish the long rest you started.
I mean,
Twice?
I'm not doing it. I'm not risking another long rest here. I don't know who's gonna wake up something. I think we should recoup.
We can take a short
town.
rest outside, or do you want to do a short rest here?
We can do a short rest here, I suppose. Yeah. And then we'll head to town, recoup our energies, and then set out for Corsairport.
Are you able to do what we do? Stone wall or stone shape? I mean, is there any way to block off that wall?
I have used all of my spells trying not to die.
Yep.
And also preventing some of these drow from dying.
Yeah, you saved 15 drow from death.
I have Spare the Dying. Would that have saved any more?
No, I feel like 15 is a solid good number.
That's fair.
The answer is it would stop them from dying?
Okay. All right. Well, we've traveled the under road, a few times. Maybe there's a good place to do a short rest if we really need one, outside this dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Then let's maybe rest up right outside at the entrance.
Yeah.
With Echo and your donkey.
Is there anything we can roll for that? Would we have a knowledge of the path and say, hey, let's go to this spot because that might be a good resting area?
I believe last time Charquala perfectly directed us here, in overlapping time-space continuum.
So you'll recall that the Underdark does not conform to traditional Euclidean physics. On the other hand, Lyra actually does know the straight line route back. That does
so Lyra
conform.
would know, right? Lyra would know. Is she the one that always knows her way back?
Yes.
So
She's a
Lyra
hermit.
would probably know of a good place for us to rest on the way back then, right?
Do
Correct.
I know of a good place?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Just tell us we can have a short rest.
Yes. Why don't you make a survival check? Whoever's setting up camp.
Lyra's in the lead.
I guess I'll set up camp.
I'll help you. I mean, you must be tired.
I mean, if it's setting up, we're all doing it, right?
Uh-oh, I have a conorhughes Discord message.
It's nothing urgent.
Your message is, stay on Rob for a minute. I'll let you know why.
I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Okay.
The why is just I'm just handing some work over that I need to hand over.
Sure.
Yeah, you're busy. You're a busy man.
Do you want me to roll a straight survival, or can I get the advantage for them helping set up?
Yes. You get that advantage. And if no one has checked the...
13.
13 is decent. If no one's checked the hashtag games on my Discord channel and seen the legend of conorhughes
That was
versus
fantastic.
the dungeon, conorhughes is so hardcore.
Yeah. That game is good.
He's unbeatable.
Yeah. Well, in your hands, certainly. In your capable hands, he quickly turned into just defending for his life in his own bedroom to resurrecting from the dead. Who'd have thought?
I mean, he resurrected himself from the dead. That's how powerful conorhughes is.
Right. That's impressive.
The AI just rolled with it. I was like, okay, I'm dead. So I say, I raised myself from the dead. And the AI was like, accepted. I was like, well, that was easy. Just lets me write whatever story I want, I guess.
What's with the... I checked the hashtag games, and all I see is pictures of you and Pondo and Pokemon.
Oh, that's because Pondo finally, I guess, decided to beat the Pokemon Let's Go or Let's Go Eevee or something.
Oh.
And after I had named my Pokemon after him, Pokemon rival after him, and I beat his ass like a year and a half ago, now he named his rival after me, and he finally decided to get around to it. So the community had some fun with green screening me and black screening him in... I don't get it. Look, you're never really going to get a good picture of my face, but the ones that people use there are really, really bad. They're absolutely some of the most awful. The
those
Pokemon
pictures.
Master one where I'm just gazing into the nothingness. I'm just like, what is that over there? It's not good. Not good.
Your Pokemon Silver Roar face is like perfect. Like a Silver Roar poster.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Yeah. Maybe. I don't like it, but I can understand why people might.
Well, that's also your face if like someone betrays you in a game. You do that.
That's true, and I would expect Pondo to betray me.
It's fair.
You get your camp set up, and you manage to take care of yourself, but your role is not high enough to take care of all of your followers. So they have nothing to camp with to begin with. So they're just kind of lying down on rocks in the like a small cave carved beside the road that leads into the Underdark. They're used to sleeping on nothing, with nothing, and having nothing.
They're good. I mean, if I had a spare, do I have a spare bedroll? Let me see.
With D&D Beyond, it's never been easier.
Yes, that is true. I have a backpack, a bedroll. I have some... Nope, that's about it. I have some rope. They want to use that as a pillow.
I'll give some of them my blanket.
Sorry, did you say use rope as a pillow?
Better than rocks, I think.
Oh,
I would do that.
Oh, according to Discord, Grimdark James is playing Hardspace Shipbreaker. He's breaking those ships. He's cracking those ships. I hope he gets the conorhughes as well. Gotta slice that thing up. What can I say? I really just like getting inside of conorhughes and breaking him apart from the inside, shoving him in a furnace. I have to stop getting distracted by the meta. Yeah, look, you give them what you have, Lyra, but there's not enough to go around. 5 of them huddle under one blanket together. It's like watching sheep sleep together.
Do people really short rest with blankets, you think? I would have thought that was kind of more of like you're just like sitting down, chilling out.
Well, that's what they need.
That's what they need. Gotcha.
They're tired.
They've undergone life
Through death.
revelations.
Many of them are back from the dead.
Yes.
Actually.
Others have recently discovered the idea that they might be free.
They've had a big day.
Yeah, you introduced them to the idea of democracy, so...
Is that how Corsairport works?
No.
Lore history check over here?
Nope. Not even slightly. It has a council of elders.
It's not bad.
Are they voted in, those elders?
No. They're the people who founded the town or their descendants. The good news for you is that there are no noble lords here to make them serfs, so they probably will not spend their whole lives struggling under turmoil. Unlike a certain prince here who owns many serfs.
I mean, many is a relative term.
You're prince of a kingdom?
Yeah, but like he
Okay,
doesn't
your
say-
family owns a used car lot, and that used car lot is one step above slavery.
I'm not sure about this used car lot thing, but sure. Yeah, fine.
I mean, it's the traditional family business because laws have been written to allow used car lots to pass from family member to family member in order to avoid tax liability.
Have they?
Yes, look it up. It's real.
Okay.
It's one of the best ways to move money around. Why? Let me ask you a question. Why do you think so many car lots are family owned and operated as compared to any other business?
I have not thought about it since I bought a car.
Very well. All I can say is, friend, it's real. Look it up. I keep getting distracted from the D&D. After 1 hour, you all feel a heck of a lot better. You'd sure love to have 8 hours of real rest. But you may spend as many of your hit dice as possible. For some of you, your spells will reset. For others, your spells will not reset.
Ooh, who gets reset spells?
People who reset spells on a short rest. So
Yeah,
like warlocks.
Basically.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I thought maybe paladins would, but who knows?
Nope, not paladins.
Okay, well, no reset spells. Certainly your followers feel a lot better since they have taken a deep breath and they're not ready to continue. So the question is, you know the path from here to Black Web Hold back up out to the surface, but you don't know how to get to the surface without going to Black Web Hold. You can theorize a way to get there, but you haven't actually seen it yourself, Lyra. So my question is, how do you lead these people free? Do you take them back through Black Web Hold and any of the dangers that might be there?
You guys came to this place a little bit before I did. Do you know a way to get around the city? To get back to the surface, or do we have to go through it?
Are you talking to the drow?
No, the drow have never
I'm
been.
talking to you two.
Yes.
I thought that you were talking to the drow.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, we know we follow this main road. It goes back to Drow Town. At least it has for us at least twice during our excursions. Right?
I mean,
I know the way back to Drow Town. I'm wondering if there's a way around Drow Town. I don't know if we should bring these guys through Drow Town.
Do you know? Do you have any awareness of Charquala's route that we took before?
Charquala's came through Drowtown.
Oh, even through it. So no, I think the answer
that's
is
where
no.
you left from. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
so
we seen?
the way things stand right now? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know much about that. Have we seen any alternate paths on our way here?
I'm telling you that the answer to that is no. You can attempt to force your way there
Force our way to the surface, or
by
force our way
making
to
to the surface by making a survival roll. But failure will mean you accidentally stumble into Black Web Hold. Listen, I know I worded this like this, but maybe going to Black Web Hold won't result in all of these freed slaves being arrested and placed back into servitude.
It sounds like our best chance is to try and try and work around and just go to straight up Corsairport.
You want to try to work around it?
Yeah.
Do you have any theories on a good path to get there? Maybe we can map it out real quick in the dirt. Is there dirt on the ground?
Yes.
I pray to Goose and Guz to try and give us a path back to what I consider to be her land, I suppose.
Oh, interesting. Let me double check and see if any of Goose and Guz's domains cover this.
She has domains?
Yeah.
What are domains?
Chivalry, loyalty, glory, pillaging,
and honor,
destruction.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, honor would be included in chivalry.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
trying to remember our one shot. Well, we are honorably chivalrously trying to free these slaves, and this is the way to do it.
I don't know that you're chivalrously trying to free the slaves, but you are remaining loyal, and I will allow you to make a religion check to beseech. Actually, It's an insight check.
All right. You want me to do a save roll?
Nope, it's an insight check. It's literally
it's such a yeah.
yes.
So skill check.
Nat 20.
So I want to read the is it not insight? Where's the one that allows God to just tell you what to do?
I thought you said before that it was a wisdom.
It is.
Yeah. A wisdom roll. Not necessarily a save, but
the dungeon master might call for a wisdom check when you try to accomplish attack, get a gut feeling about the correct course of action to follow, which is exactly what you've done. Now, do you have any? No, you don't have anything in insight, and you don't have any wisdom bonus. So, yes, your natural 20 is a natural 20. You are filled with divine revelation, perhaps for the first time in your life. You've always thought you were glorious because your mom said so. I don't know that you've ever had a concrete example that Goose and Guz has a hand in your life, but you how do you pray? I'm curious.
One knee down, I got sword,
look at this, the standard Knights Templar.
Yeah.
All right, but what are you saying?
What am I saying? Goose and Guz, please give us the path back to. Please allow us to discover the path back to your will, and we will do. I will try and do good works in your name. Something like that, maybe.
Okay.
How's that roll?
As you are there, you feel a warm wind of fresh air that you haven't felt in weeks of being underground, coming from a cave tunnel. But you also feel that it pulls you deeper and farther underground. You know that you have found a path that will lead you up. You also know that you have found a path that will lead you towards where Goose and Guz's work could be done. Could. But you already said in your list of demands you wanted to go back to the surface.
Demands.
But as I already hinted, perhaps your destiny lies below, but also your destiny might lie above. Who knows? I haven't finally decided on your destiny yet, but when I do, it's going to be really funny.
I mean, last week, 3 weeks ago, it was about to be under a troll hoof, so
yeah,
it's a flexible thing. It's a flexible thing. Destiny.
I want to tell you. Sorry to cut aside to the meta again. There was a game I played once called Kelshold, with another streamer called LexiTales, and she played a witch. And one of the witch's opening moves is that they can declare the destiny of any other character, and unless they make some sort of significant supernatural effort, that person is doomed to whatever fate that they decide. And Lexi turned to one of the other players at the very beginning of the show and was like, "You're going to die alone. Your son will hate you." Like, she laid down the worst pronunciation possible on him and was like, you won't die after he hates you. You'll continue living as a cripple. Everybody was just like, what the fuck? And in the end, it all came true.
Yeah, that's a rough
That's how
one.
prophecy works. It doesn't always work like how you intend.
I don't think.
But as a game master, if I'm forced to make prophecy real, I will. Yes, you know that there is a side tunnel up ahead. If you go through it, it's going to be tough going. But if you follow it, you will make your way to the surface and freedom as a reward for your faith and loyalty.
So I said to everyone, I believe I know a path, but sorry, I got distracted there. I believe I know a path. It might be challenging, but it will bring these folks to Corsairport if we can make it. It depends on if we're ready for the journey.
Journey before destination, Radiant.
Are you ready?
Maybe we should try to do a long rest. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go down the path and see if we can find our way out of here.
It might be prudent. I could see the reasoning behind being prepared for this. What do you think, Lyra?
Do you know what? I'm just happy I'm not dead. I thought I saw Wellwind for a bit. I'm just gonna go with the flow.
All right.
Are you flowing, AP?
It's said.
If he's flowing.
Let's look. Wait. Let's all do it. Maybe we can do it.
If you go with the flow, it's said, if you can't go to this, then you're better off dead. So wave your hands in the air. This is it for a winner, Conorhughes.
Yeah, I think we can do the. Let's go long rest. Yeah, I think it's better if we long rest.
Okay.
We don't know what lies.
Long rest, and then we'll take your path. Sounds good.
So I guess we set up back. It probably. What do you think? Back inside or where we are? Where we are?
Where we are.
I think where we are, we're gonna get. Like this is where we met the slaves, roughly speaking. So.
The drow found a cave that they slept in. Why didn't we just sleep in the cave with the drow?
Yeah.
There you go.
Sleep and hide.
Okay, let's do that then.
Who wants to take the first watch?
Gizmo will take the first watch.
Yeah, I'll take second. I think if we're a 3, we have to rest for like, is it maybe 9 hours?
No, it's still 8 hours. The thing is, you're just not going to have enough people to do watch. You're going to have to rely on either not having a watch or having some of the drow do the watch for you.
But can't we just like do 3 hours of watch time and then 6 hours of sleep?
It's you can perform 2 hours of watch, but you have to get at least 6 hours of rest, and that watch has to be minimal movement.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can extend it out. You can roll it up but it would take like 10 hours, I think.
Okay, well we can ask one of the drow, I suppose, to keep watch one of the hours.
Do you trust them?
They seem
no, but let's do it anyway.
It's worth the risk, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that.
I'll take the last watch, I guess.
Yeah, that might be prudent. So we'll go and go to the drow and ask them if they have any volunteers that can take one of the watches. And this time I want to stress, it's important that they actually pay attention and, watch out for danger. They can't play, they can't get distracted.
Okay.
So we have a volunteer?
So what? Oh, yes, you have many volunteers.
Okay.
They volunteer to accompany you guys on watch and sing songs with you and tell tales.
Well, okay, but we're going to have to actually rest. So
Correct.
I appreciate the singing and the tales and stuff, but we have to Okay, so I'll talk to all of them and I'll say, we actually don't want to draw attention to ourselves. We're going to stay with you guys in this small cave. If you hear anyone passing by, you need to be quiet. Let them go by without discovering us at all possible. We're trying to be on the down low.
What is the watch order?
Gizmo?
Me, Drow, and Lyra.
Okay. All right. Ash, can you make a perception check real quick?
All right. Love these.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
just most excellent at these.
Mm-hmm.
Most excellent. With a 19. Double 19 even.
About midway through your watch, everyone else is sleeping. They're snoring, actually. I mean, you have such a huge group that it makes enough noise. Between that noise, you hear a sound of a foot, maybe a shoe with leather, scraping against some rock. The jangle of perhaps bone on bone. Someone is approaching you quietly at a measured pace, as if they're uncertain what they're about to encounter.
I make like I'm asleep in the chair as I unsheath the blade and get it ready.
So you're gonna pretend to be asleep with a sword out.
I mean, it's sorry. It's
Connor, it's okay to say yes to that. I'm just getting the
everybody sleeps with their
visualization
weapons
of
out.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
you're
it's
gonna
like,
make sure that the cold doesn't make the blade stick.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gladiator.
You realize
style.
that's gonna make the very obvious blade. I mean, that's where all the noise comes. Is that first inch?
Well, only if you have a metal scabbard. This scabbard's leather.
Okay.
Did I not say that? I should have had that in my character sheet.
Yeah, it's not on your character sheet, but I'll allow it. You know what they say: cheap sword for a cheap man.
Oh, doesn't make it
Yeah.
cheap. It's
Everyone
a
knows
well-oiled.
that a real prince uses a metal scabbard, silvered, really.
Well, I have the seven sons.
But probably, wouldn't it be wood with metal accents? The wooden scabbard, right?
I don't think he's fallen that far. He's not impoverished. So your eyes are closed because you're pretending to be asleep?
It's like when to other people looking at you, they couldn't tell that your eyes were open, but
Okay,
your
make
eyes
a
are
deception check.
open. Okay. It's 8.
All right. So you're pretending to nod off with an inch of steel flashing in the nightlight. Well, maybe you didn't make a fire, so it's just an inch of steel. You hear a voice growl in common. I know that you're pretending to sleep. I mean you and your people no harm, Watchman.
Then declare yourself. Who are you?
Just a passerby. I'm on a holy quest from my god. May I present myself?
Can I do an insight check?
I mean, you haven't even seen this person yet, but yeah, you can make an insight check.
I want to just read his voice.
Yeah.
Intonation.
5.
Sure, come on in.
You can't trust a mysterious voice sneaking up on you in the middle of the night.
I stand up and I walk forward to around the corner to where I can see him.
Okay, so now just imagine both of you are Metal Gear Soliding against the same wall, and you're breathing his breath in. It is hot and moist, and he's got about 6 inches taller than you. And he says,
was gonna just say I just walk around straight, like I'm not trying to hide.
okay, well, he's like shocked to see you, and he says, so small. So very human. What you are looking at is a 7 foot tall, purplish black-skinned orc, sinewy, but instead of hands, he has claws that are about 8 inches long, made of black talons. He's wearing very simple over one shoulder leather armor into some sort of like chest plate, reinforced with waves of small bones. We're talking like ulna and radia, like these bones right here, set onto the armor so that if you try to stab him, you know, you'll get caught up in that kind of nonsense. And a leather kilt. It's hard to tell. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
He has some kind of face paint on his face and on his massively rounded shoulders. I mean, we're talking the neck muscle into the shoulder muscle is like 2 giant muffins. All right, it's hard to tell where the neck ends and the shoulder begins. It's like a mountain. When you walk around the corner, he puts a hand on the hilt of a sword, which is strapped lengthwise across his back, and he says, "Hold there, stranger. Come any closer. I don't want to have to hurt you."
Nor are you, but you are approaching our camp.
I was just curious as to what's happening here. We'll go on my way. So he doesn't turn his back to you, but he starts walking backwards away from you while keeping his massive beady eyes on you.
What brings you to these parts?
As I said, I'm on a holy quest for my god.
And who's that? Out of curiosity.
I just don't want to be like, you wouldn't have heard of her. You know, she's pretty indie. That's my first thought. But he does say, not a god of you surface folk, Angelkin. The god of orcs is not to be spoken of to the other races.
I too am on a holy quest here. I'm looking to go above the surface.
I am called to go below. Whom do you follow?
I'm tempted to say you mightn't have heard of him. But it's Guzenkus.
I have heard of Guzenkus, the half-orc. There is honor in service. So he finally takes his hand away from the hilt of his sword. I'm leaving now.
I wish you luck. What's your name? My name's Ashe. Ashe Heiral.
My name is Ilgrito.
Okay. Yep, that's not what I was going to spell. Good luck, Ilgrito.
Now he finally turns his back to you and continues what can only be assumed as stalking away. You know, he's essentially stealthing, moving at half pace, like a hunter. But his seems to be more the stealth of the forest, or maybe the city, rather than the under area. You can tell that maybe he's not so effective down here.
A curious fellow. And I suppose I return to my watch.
Okay. The rest of you wake up at the end of the watch.
Nice.
Yay!
Huzzah!
As you reach the surface, the sun is rising, and the cave that you come out faces towards the rising sun, and one by one, the drow walk out, gazing directly into the burning sunlight, shrieking, going, "Ah! Ah! It's so beautiful!"
Don't look directly at the sun. That's a bad idea.
As you're saying that, Japard commands all of his people in both common and drow to look directly at the sun, for they must become used to this giant fire blaze. As soon as they reach the surface, they become nearly worthless. They are constantly complaining about how it's too hot, how the stuff that's above them is super weird. They are asking you what clouds are. They're asking you what the sun is, when the sun will stop burning their skin. They generally seem kind of like they're dazed.
So we'll all reassure them and say, yes, it is going to take you probably months to get accommodated to the surface because it is very different than what you are used to. But from all accounts, it'll get easier over time. So I wouldn't stare at the sun. Keep your eyes a little more downcast, and we'll get you to Corsair, and we'll get you set up somehow. Try to get you accommodated.
Okay. Make one of them there. Survival. Well, no. If you're going directly back, I guess Lyra can just direct you without any problems.
Woo.
Are you
That's
going
what I'd like to
directly
hear.
back to Corsairport?
I think so.
You don't want to stop at your most favorite place of all?
But no.
The ruins of that
The
king.
prison of the Elberod King?
Yeah.
Isn't the
It's been
Elberod
so
King.
long since we've said that.
I think we want to go back to town for a little bit.
Very well. It takes a day and a half of travel, but you make it back to town with little to no interference. It's almost
Drowtown?
unusual. Sorry?
So we're back at Drowtown?
No, you're back at
No.
Corsairport.
Okay. all right.
When you arrive, the gate guard looks a little wary because you're leading 15 drow behind yourselves in various levels of bruising and beating and abuse and minimal clothing and no tools or packs. But fortunately, Lyra could keep almost everybody fed pretty well. The guard says, Gizmo, Lyra, so good to see you again. And Prince Ashe, back so soon.
Yes. Would you say it's soon? I feel like
Well,
we've been
you-
away a few days.
Well, you arrived about 2 days ago. You departed to some great hubbub.
And now we're back to possibly even more.
Well, it's good to see you again, Prince. Your generosity in committing the monetary forces of Heiral to the growth of Corsairport was so generous.
I believe Lyra also offered considerable help as well.
Well, for you to pledge 5,000 of your family's money towards our 5,000 gold pieces. And I understand that you also spoke to the new wizard and also invested a considerable amount with him as part of your traveling back home. That's why I'm so shocked to see you so soon.
Never even seen 5,000 gold.
Yeah, I haven't. This is news to me. I'll have to inquire about it. Who told you this?
You did yourself.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm
now it's
beginning to
coming.
pick up.
Yeah.
Look, Connor,
that's-
we're not doing the Civil War storyline, but I'm
You're right.
still going to make your life hell.
Okay. We're gonna have to cancel that. That is not the generosity that I extended.
He looks shocked and he says, but you insisted. We have it on paper with a contract with your name signed to it.
And I take a look at the signature, and I say, you see this loop here? This is not
He doesn't have a contract with him.
okay. The
So
signature that
Yeah, where is Ashe? Where is the person who made this agreement with you? Because most likely
he made
they're
it
in
with the
town.
council. I mean, you made it with the council, my lord.
All right, maybe we should go talk to the council.
Well,
Where did Ashe say he was going?
back home, of course. The new wizard apparently offered him a discounted rate for teleportation circle travel due to his massive generosity. I understand there's a contract to be paid for that teleportation circle travel. It's all been filled out in triplicate and placed in trust in the town hall. My lord, you can pay it whenever you need to.
Yes, well, I suppose I'll have to be checking that out. And then I suppose Ashe is going to hurriedly walk over there.
All right. Before you walk in, the guard moves in front of you and says, "Can I ask who your friends are, Great Prince?"
These are some drow. They are possibly.
You mean the evil elves who are rumored to live in the south that eat babies?
That is such a generalization. I can't believe you.
That is racist.
That's not even true.
They definitely. I mean, I've never seen them eat babies.
Very well. If they are your guests, for such a generous donor, do you have gainful employment for them? I don't know that there's any place for them to stay, except at the Adventurers Inn.
They're looking to find their way here. They are, one might term them, refugees, and we're hoping to settle them here.
It sounds like you had better take this up with someone higher up than me. Can you wait here while I go get someone higher up than me before we let you in the city?
Also bring the contract that I allegedly signed.
I mean, he looks at you. He's just like, allegedly, but you definitely 100% signed it.
There are many wonders in the Underdark, and among them are shapeshifters, and they have the ability to take any form they please, including that of young princes.
But
adventuring.
Your word was confirmed by your court sorcerer, my lord. She affirmed that the contract was.
She was currently in Drowtown. I don't even know how she was here.
Everybody went back.
Yeah, but like how? But not now. Like certainly in a few days, maybe. But
yes, but you remember that she also spent a considerable amount of time with Wynn.
Yeah, I know. Oh, so she. Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, jeez. The court sorcerer that you saw also could be part of the
My lord, if you
game.
don't wish to make the donations, we're not going to force you. It's just bad taste for someone of your lineage to break a contract so quickly.
Unless, of course, I never signed that contract. We'll see. I'm willing to see what can be worked out with the elders.
So he heads into town, looking for anyone of importance to find to get you in. Lieutenant Ardor Breen, the militia captain, shows up and is just like, Prince Heiral, I have here all 3 contracts in triplicate, 2 different ones for the 2 large purchases you made. And what are these scummy elves doing here? I've never seen elves with such dark skin. Do you leave them in the sun to bake?
They are elves from down below, and they're looking to resettle here.
Where is down below? I've never heard of such a town. I mean, there aren't other settlements out there. What
There are some.
Conjurations have you found in your fantastical journeys wandering around?
We have found a settlement of drow in the Underdark. Have you ever heard of such thing?
I have heard of drow, but they don't live around here.
They live
This is the drow that live around here.
Well,
yes, exactly.
we will need to redouble security then. More patrols. More men.
Well, now you have men.
You wish to give me these men.
They are not mine to give. They are refugees.
They are yours to claim. If you do not
No.
speak for these men, then I will not allow them in the town. They represent a clear and present danger.
I vouch for their wish to remain here and live peacefully among you. But
You
they're not
vouch for
mine.
their honor and integrity? Their good character?
I do not know them that well, but they seem to be.
So you don't really
well,
trust
good
them
people.
then?
I trust them as much as I trust anybody at first glance.
So you
Wait,
don't
how about
really know them that well?
Tell this guy not to be so obstinate because they let us into town and they didn't know us.
Yes,
so
but
now
you
we've
guys
got
came
more
on a ship.
adventurers.
You guys
Yes.
came on a ship and you're rich. These are peasants of a mythical race walking out of the forest.
I am not rich. Well, I wasn't when I got here.
You're an adventurer. You're rich. You have like 20 gold pieces worth of equipment on
Now
you.
I do.
You have a javelin of lightning.
Yeah, the javelin's pretty sweet.
You could retire and live the rest of your life off of the sales from it.
This is true. She wasn't rich. No,
Lyra's like, I'm not rich. I'm just upper middle class.
no. Lyra thinks she's very wealthy right now.
All adventurers are automatically rich. Just your equipment alone can sustain you for years. The book makes it clear, too, that it's tough to start becoming an adventurer. So, here's the deal, Ashe. I need a persuasion check from you.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
At
for that.
disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
You have specifically said that these people, you don't really know them that well.
It's true. I can't lie.
As he's like struggling to talk through this, can I just tap him with guidance?
What do you say? Isn't there a verbal component to guidance?
There's a verb.
Is
component.
there?
Yes. No,
Uh,
listen, Critical Role skips over this. They're just like, guidance really quickly. But it has to be something like, well, wind
She's
will
gonna
light your
say-
path.
I was gonna say good luck.
I'll buy
but-
that. I'll buy that. Wow, that's pretty good for being at disadvantage.
That was a.
Add a D4 onto that 13.
Well, that's actually
Oh,
I
that's
rolled
your
the wrong
last roll.
thing.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's what I just rolled, but that I will take it.
What is your
was persuasion?
yeah.
Right?
What's your
Okay.
persuasion bonus?
Wisdom bonus.
Well, he has no wisdom bonus, so all I
He
need
needs
to
his
know is his,
persuasion bonus.
yes,
Oh,
because
the
he has a
1d4.
+0 to the roll.
Right.
If he has a persuasion bonus, he just adds that directly.
I gotta check the NDB on. All right, it's +6, so it's
Okay.
13 + 6 + 1d4.
Yeah, roll that 1d4.
2.
All right, that sounds like 21.
Yeah.
He says, damn it, very well. If you will vouch for them, I could use a new contingent of militia. A new squadron.
They will do well in the shade.
Will you supply their arms and armor, Great Prince? If you do so, I will accept these men.
How much would that be per person?
It's a great question.
Perhaps I can talk about this as I look over the contract that I allegedly signed.
I believe. I don't know. In my notes, we've got like 30 gold, 30 platinum, 1745 silver, and those gems. I don't know how up to date my notes are.
I've got 187 gold, so
675 gold pieces will be enough to cover their equipment.
I haven't that sum, sir, on me at the moment. Perhaps you can make a loan.
I have 300 gold.
I love the idea that the three of you are huddled up now, like going through your bag, seeing what coinage you have.
I think she like grabs all of her gold and like hands it to Ashe.
If you wish to help me, Lyra, thank you. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough still yet.
I'll give you my gold, and then what were our gems worth? Were they 50 or 100?
I guess I got a church.
Everyone got a gem.
So who would we sell that to? I suppose the wizard. I have a chirps. I have one gem.
If you give him the gems, will find someone in town to buy it.
At the value that they're priced at on D&D
Correct.
Beyond?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so I have 287. We should all keep around like 20, right?
We have silver pieces.
So I'll drop
Oh, wait.
How much are you throwing in here, Connor?
250.
Okay.
We'll go type 250.
Cotton, how much are you giving Connor for this? Or how much is Lyra giving Ashe, I suppose?
She gave Ashe all of her gold, which is 313.
So Ashe is going to give back 50 to her. So that was you said 315?
313.
263.
And then plus 30 gold.
From
And
Gizmo.
then what's platinum?
Platinum is
platinum?
10 times gold.
Okay, so plus 300 more gold because I've got 30 platinum.
I also have 30 platinum.
They're making this path real easy here. Okay.
Yeah, so you've now given, without Lyra giving over her platinum, you've now given Ashe 843 gold pieces. So you have more than you need right now in your hand, Ashe.
Right. So I give him the 600, and that leaves
And 75.
675. And that leaves what? I didn't quite hear that number.
168.
168. So I give back
Just hold on to it.
I
Just
give
hold on
back
to it.
60 to you guys. And then I
I'll
keep the
hand
remainder.
them.
All right.
Echo pushes against you and goes, "Where's my gold?
I give Echo 20 gold.
Where do you
In the
put it on Echo?"
saddlebags.
Echo's got some saddlebags.
Okay.
I think I drew them. I think
Yes,
they're there in the...
but did you actually buy saddlebags for Echo?
I mean, he's a summoned steed.
Yes, but it only summons the horse. It doesn't summon a saddle and saddlebags.
I think it's got to summon a saddle.
It might
right?
summon the saddle, but it might not summon the saddlebags. You're just gonna drop the coins in the stirrups?
I'm gonna tie the gold. I'm gonna tie the gold to her mane
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Like with a ribbon.
in the braids. In
a
the
little
braids.
bag. All right. Echo is happier now. Echo has money.
Echo is blinging. I mean, that's one rich horse right there.
Listen, first off, Echo isn't really a horse. Echo is a celestial spirit, and as we know, you can use money to do things if you're an extra planar. You can literally just convert money into magic.
Really?
I mean, look at all these spells that allow you to summon extra planars. They require you to sacrifice money to do it.
I had no clue. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Gold pieces can be converted into pure magic. Yeah, he looks surprised that you just dropped 675 gold on him. He was like, "Well, I suppose I can't argue with this. Bargained well, Prince Ashe Heiral. Your generosity continues to astound all of us. Your funding is as unlimited as your heart."
It's worth it for these folks' lives. I hope they serve you well.
He rolls his
Treat
eyes.
them fairly, and they will do.
They're hardworking.
Do well.
But you
Yeah.
Yeah,
must
he
keep them
nods
in
and he says,
shade.
"I will treat them as I would my own employees." And that's when he starts going, "All right, you maggots, which one of you speaks common?" SHEPART is the only one who raises his hand. He's like, "Fall in then. You're running around the town 5 laps. We're doing that before you ever get inside. I'll be right there beside you." And they all start running around the edge of town.
How are they looking with that?
Right.
Are they looking pretty
That's
ragged, or-
bad. It's real. Listen, they have disadvantage on their athletics checks until the sun goes down. As they're running, you can hear them go, "I hope you like swimming, maggots, because you're going to spend all day doing it. Your
So I was gonna
scrawny
say-
subhuman bodies are not worth the food that I'm putting into them. So now we're going to reforge you as men from the bottom up. You will become weapons of Corsairport."
Ash is going to say they'll be far more effective at night. I suggest you.
He
you
says,
make
"I
them,
know
sort
my
of-
business, Prince Heiral," as he's running away from you, literally running.
All right, fine.
All right. Whatever doesn't kill them makes them stronger. They'll be.
I mean, they would be more useful as a night raid or night guard contingent. They
Yeah, like some
would be
sort
very
of
good
night
at
watch, maybe,
Absolutely.
to stand up on the walls
Yeah.
and watch at night.
at night. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Once they build their trust, watch. We're going to come back to town one of these days, and they're going to take over.
Yep.
The new lords.
Just a reminder, there's like 2,000 people here, and there's only 15 of them.
Yeah. They'll find a way. All right.
They got that
let's go back.
strength.
So, Ash, you have contracts that have been signed by you and witnessed by your court sorcerer,
Yes.
affirming in one that your family will pay 5,000 gold to Corsairport, and you are going to do that as soon as you arrive home. The second is a contract for 3,000 gold pieces to Milf the Reticent. He appears to be the new town wizard. From what you can tell, it looks like the old town wizard died in the last couple of weeks and left it to his nephew.
That's suspicious.
So I suppose I'm Melf. Okay, Melf the Reticent. Got you. I definitely heard a different word there.
What did you
I heard
hear?
MILF. Yeah.
Yeah, MILF. I mean, like,
I heard MILF.
Okay.
pretty easily.
Conorhughes can't get
It's
his mind
not
out
even,
of the gutter.
Not even that some kind of projection. You can't even claim that. That was no one else. No one heard anything else but that.
There's literally a spell called Melf's Acid Arrow.
I
that has...
heard Melf.
Thank you, Cotton.
MILF, okay.
It's listen. Don't worry about it, Cotton. It's a guy thing. That's why they heard it. They know what it's all about. I'm looking at you with eyes of shame, both of you.
Wait, Cotton, you know what MILF means, right?
I do know what MILF means.
But that's
Yeah.
not
I
her
heard
go-to.
Melf.
That's not her go-to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
When I say Melf, she hears Melf.
We know, yeah. I'll buy
So I
that.
suppose regarding the donation, Ash is going to explain to them that that
Who are
that
you
was
explaining this to? You're in town. You're at the edge of town, next to the stables, next to the Twisted Knot.
I thought, well, when you described the various debts, I assumed we were in contact with the village
No,
elders.
you were outside the gate talking to Aldor Breen. Because the guy said I need to go get someone useful, and that's his boss and a member of the town council.
Gotcha.
So
Do you want to
I
go
have a-
argue this with somebody?
Yeah, I suppose.
I have a suggestion. Let's go back to the tavern, drop off our gear, find out if there's any more info for us to find out, and then I think we should go talk to the council members.
So Tara is a member of the council, as is Ornor Urist, the blacksmith, and Bumbeer Scuttlebutt, the town mortician, who has sized all of you for coffins.
Right. Good old subtle button.
So it's just the three of them? That's the council? Just
The
three?
council is the local wizard, who is now Melf the Reticent, Tara, Ornor Urist, Ardor Breen, and Bumbeer Scuttlebutt.
So yeah, in that entourage, I suppose I explained that
Which entourage? Who are you talking to? You're just...
to the village elders, like to
Okay,
these
so you're
folks.
summoning
Yeah.
the village elders. Is that what's happening?
I thought, okay, yeah.
You can't just make these people appear on command. They have jobs.
I walk into the room that they are in.
There is no room that they're all in. They're all business owners.
We could just go to the bar and talk to Tara.
Okay, fine. I'll do
Connor,
that.
there's no city hall here. It's a very small town. You go to talk to
2,000
Tara.
people.
Tara is there, and she seems shocked to see all of you. But you notice that she has a sort of impressionist painting of herself stabbing her father in the back. That's hanging up above the inn desk. And she seems very proud of it. Like when you walk in, she turns to look at it and smirks a little bit and gives a little one of those huffs like, yeah, I made that. And then she turns back towards you and says, well, welcome back to the Twisted Knot. I'm glad to see that you're all alive.
Likewise, you seem to be doing well. Excellent painting. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I suppose you saw me a few days ago?
Yes. Yes. You explained to me at the time that you might be confused the next time I saw you because you were about to do so much wizard drugs.
Nope, that may have been what that person said, but that in fact was not me.
You said you'd say that as well.
Yes, well that is what a person who is faking being you would say.
Ash has been in the Underdark with us.
Okay, she believes you. You know, you have to make a roll, and she says, "Oh, it must have been that key person then. I remember
Exactly.
her."
That's exactly who it was.
Well,
Would you be willing
you
to...
don't have to donate 5,000 to the town out of your family's coffers, but you are going to need to pay that contract for the teleportation.
Yes, I can see how that might be. Well, I mean, I'll need to ask for some kind of time to pay that
Oh,
back.
you don't need it immediately. Don't worry. He's a wizard. We'll know if you go anywhere.
Fair enough. Has there been any news about anything else on the surface in the meantime?
Well, plenty of news.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's some sort of end of days event happening. Zombies and the Elven kingdoms falling. Stirrings of the Dark Lord, the Demon Lord. You know, they say he's awakening behind his bonds. Others say that Thardor, under the ocean, has begun turning.
I suppose I was thinking a little bit more locally, like regarding
There's a lot happening in the world. Who could possibly be doing that? Okay, sorry.
Anything on Corsairport? No, go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
No, I was just commenting about the news of the world. It's good to hear and very interesting.
Well, locally, we did have several adventurers leave recently.
Maybe perhaps one by the name of Ilgritu?
No.
Okay.
No. Dargor Brightward and his party, Bel and Zerwaya, and that brother-sister couple, Zoshala and Lamshoma.
Of course.
They
seem capable.
Each of them, their group set off on a different journey deeper into the forest. We haven't seen them for several days, but that's normal. I expect they'll be dead.
Well, they'll come always do.
Sorry, you cut out?
So, or they'll come back like we always do.
Oh, yes. She gives you a smile that says, yeah, that's not going to happen. And says, yes, of course, they might come back. It's possible.
Well, there is one less danger out there, thanks to yourself and everyone else here.
I suppose he was, minding his own business in the Underdark, and we marched into his house and killed him.
No, he wasn't. He was an evil guy with a reputation that preceded him. You did the right thing.
But he was minding his own business in a distant location.
Burned down my church and killed almost everybody that I...
Yeah, there's no statute of limitations.
Well, that happened before I was born, so...
That's right. So the justice is served now.
You have a odd idea of justice.
Well, we'll just agree to disagree.
Well, you all have a pretty considerable bar tab.
Ashe has our
We
money.
do?
Yes, I've been holding your rooms and all of your things.
I thought we were at.
boy.
I thought we brought all our things to the other town for a while.
All right, then she says instead, would you like to get new rooms and open a tab?
Yes.
Well, I'll have lunch ready for you and some beers.
Excellent. I suppose if we're gonna be being topside here, we're gonna have to pick up some rations. You'd be well prepared for a long journey. Are you all ready?
I'd like to go talk to the wizard because let's see if we can get our way out of that contract as well.
We could at least meet him.
So
Because I do want to have a conversation with the wizard regardless, but I think we have, a few reasons to talk to him.
I want you to imagine that the wizard tower is now much shorter and less wide. It's now only 3 stories tall, and it's capped with a buttressed battlement, that kind of teeth-shaped. It's now only about 20 feet in diameter, and the stones look like they have moss growing in between them now, rather than being solid and white and shining. And there's a door on the outside, because normally there isn't a door on the outside. And on the outside it says, Melf the Magnificent, also known as Melf the Reticent's Magic Shop.
Knock on the door.
There's no answer.
Is it open like a retail shop?
Yes, you can open it.
Okay, let's go in.
So inside you can see that there is a obvious magical field preventing you from doing anything more than looking at 2 glass encasements with 4 objects in each of them. There's also a ladder that leads up and a frog sitting on the floor in the dead middle of the room, which ribbits when it looks at you. And you hear somebody shout, "I'm up! Okay, I'm up. Just give me 5 minutes, all right?"
Okay.
All right, you have your 5 minutes.
You hear sounds that sound kind of like someone stumbling into pants, going to the bathroom, grabbing like a cup of tea, and going, "Oh, too hot." And then floating down the hole where the ladder is a mid-20s, unshaven after 3 days of growth, dark, greasy black hair, not washed, wearing a robe. But when I say a robe, I don't mean a wizard's robe. I mean like a bathrobe that's open in the front and like pajama pants of pretty good make, but it's clear that they have some stains on them that need washing and cleaning. Sipping at not like a tea glass, but like a beer stein filled with tea.
Do his booties like have little cat ears on them?
He does not have any booties.
It's like slippers. Slippers.
No slippers. The frog hops towards him. He reaches down to scoop it up as it jumps, and at the same time they meet, and he puts it on his shoulder and says, "Melf the Magnificent, also known as Melf the Reticent. At your Prince Ashe Heiral. It's so good to see you again. It's been... Actually, how are you here?"
Yes, we're here to sort of discuss that.
You said you'd say that.
Person you talked to was in fact not me.
Yes, you said you'd say all of this. I assure you, the contract was signed magically. There's no getting out of it. You were insistent that we seal it with a Gios.
What is a Gios?
It's an unbreakable contract.
The contract you had is not with me, though. It's with this
Your court sorcerer approved all of this. I thought it was very out of the ordinary, but...
She also...
It can be proven. It can be proven because the Gios does not affect this Ashe Heiral.
Is that true?
I mean, who was the Gios cast on?
So, he looks at you really hard and then goes... What magical items do you have on you, Ashe?
I have a magic longsword.
He goes, there is oh no, that's just the sword. Okay. Well, a contract is a contract is a contract. It says right here, Prince Ashe Heiral.
I can tell you that it is not me. You have been swindled, sir.
Well, you'll have to take it up with a magistrate of some kind.
Here in Corsairport?
There is no magistrate in Corsairport.
So, which magistrate?
I suppose it would probably be in a magistrate in Heiral, somewhere in the Empire. It's too bad for you that you're banished.
Well, if I'm banished, how am I returning back there? In theory, you buy your telepathic spell.
I asked you the same question. You insisted that you would be able to make your own way.
What would it take for us to assume control of the contract?
So he gestures with a hand, and a chair floats from downstairs. He slumps into it as it's landing, so it's like a liquid motion. He is landing in it as it touches the ground. It looks like maybe he has a hangover. And he says, "All right, look, the repayment plan is generous, okay? Generous. You don't need to pay the 3,000 today. And I should add, my services are available to you. However, if you don't repay the contract one way or another, my shop is closed."
Okay, so I have a proposal for you.
Yes?
I have this primer of virtual
Huge
materials.
slurp as he's drinking.
That's good. I'll hold up this book. I go, I've been working on this manuscript that I was going to turn over to another magic user underground, but now that's kind of changed. It's a primer of the virtues of virtual materials. Would this interest you as an exchange for control of the contract?
I'm not. What do you mean by control of the contract?
I would like ownership. I want to trade this primer for that contract.
You're trying to buy my debt.
I am trying to buy your contract.
You're going to tell me that this
owe me, man.
This primer is worth 3,000 gold pieces.
I'm saying this primer is worth 3,000 gold pieces to someone like yourself because it is the basic foundations of artificer magic.
Gizmo, I can't let you do this. This is too much of a burden for you to take. This is your life's work.
Make an intelligence check. You know what? Arcana check.
Arcana.
I have to tell you, it's not going to be worth 3,000 pieces. On a natural 20, it will be considerable, however.
Let's hope for it.
I think you still have inspiration, in case you wanted to throw that here.
I've never used mine, so yeah, I'll use it.
Well, you have a 13.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough.
I mean, he flips through it, the first few pages, and says, well, I'd hate to skim this and steal your intellectual property. I mean, certainly your handwriting could use some work, and your methodology is lacking. I could consider this a down payment.
There isn't any need, Gizmo. He's offering a generous payment plan. I suppose it's just a debt I will have to bear the burden of.
I will pay you 50 gold pieces for a first edition copy of this.
So I'll look to Ashe first. I go, Ashe, this may just be the beginning of many contracts we're going to find on the road until we can track down Key.
I assure you, this is the last time you'll ever hear of Key. I gave Connor this thing where I was like, well, what if Key goes home and starts a civil war to free all of the people, and she's in fact the glorious one? And he's like, no, I don't want that. And I was like, all right, fine. Fine, we'll never hear from Key again except for one last shenanigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so this is just the cost of losing that that
amazing storyline I had already gotten several chapters written out for.
All right. So yeah, you had to buy out of that story, did you? Okay.
Yeah. In the meantime, sir, I would like you to be able to send a message explaining to them that...
Explaining to who?
Explaining to the people of Heiral, perhaps my father, or somebody of similar position.
So he belches and takes another slurp of tea and says, you think the King of Heiral takes my calls? I wouldn't say take my calls. Takes my messages. I can send a pigeon, and he might get it eventually. What do you want me to say?
That's sufficient.
He reaches into his robe, and it seems like there couldn't be enough space for ink, quill, a writing desk, and paper. But he just keeps pulling the objects out and putting them in front of him. He slumps forward and begins writing. To King Heiral.
Indeed.
From Prince Ashe Heiral. Attention. What is the subject of this letter, sir?
Regarding my alleged presence in the Hammerhold Kingdom.
Very well. Begin your message.
And so I go on to explain that the person that that is attempting to be me is in fact not me, and that I still reside here in Corsairport as per the rules of my banishment, and that that the person that has come is in fact a shapeshifter who is also able to transform into wind.
Okay.
And she can transform into anyone she meets, right?
And I go on to explain to whatever degree that Ashe understands her powers that she can transform into anyone I believe she touches, right? Okay.
That's certainly that's certainly what you believe.
That's what I believe, yeah. That's what I remember. Yeah. So yeah, that's the message that I sent.
Okay. He signs it. Prince Ashe Heiral. It is not your signature. And then he starts rolling it up and says, next time I take a magic circle somewhere, I will drop that off somewhere in the Empire. I'm sure it will reach your father very quickly.
Thank you.
I'll do this service free of cost for your troubles.
Appreciate it.
Maybe you should sign it yourself so they know it's actually from you.
Yeah, is there a hint? Is there any hint you can give so that they can
I have a
know
signet
its
ring,
validity?
so I will. I
You're
think,
gonna
yeah,
stamp
I'm
the
gonna
signet
sign
on
it,
the...
and then I'm gonna stamp
Okay.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
definitely. I don't think she would have that thing. I assume.
So he picks the desk up and then opens his open robe and stuffs it back into the robe and all of his other accoutrements and says, is there anything else I can do for you? This... Is it morning?
Yeah, I still have this primer.
Yep, 50 gold. If you make me a
trade
copy.
it. I will trade it. I can make you a copy. That's fine. So I'll make you a copy of it in exchange for some scrolls of, basic introductory level magic.
Yeah, that's not a good treat for me.
All right, and then I'll take my book. All right.
I mean, he just says, look, you might be able to get one scroll for a considerably greater price.
I say, you know what? I'll leave it at that. I look forward to working with you in the future, but probably, now's not the right time.
I mean, he sighs heavily and goes, look, friend, I want to help you out here. I do, but I think you're greatly underestimating the price of a scroll.
That's okay. I accept that answer.
No, you know what? I'll tell you what. If you're looking for a first level scroll, I will trade one for that document. First tier magic scroll, premium, hot off the press, authored by myself, Melf the Magnificent, also known as Melf the Reticent. I will trade it for that. Is there a particular spell you're looking for?
No AP, so I'll give him the book with the caveat that I'll pick the spell, after a game or something.
Okay, I mean, he's just like, all right, I'll go get the tree sap I need for the ink. I mean, there's plenty of sap around here.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's holding this thing and he just says, are you sure you don't want to make a copy of this? I heard your friend Prince Ashe Heiral say that this is your entire life's work. I'm not sure I want the original.
You should definitely make a copy, Gizmo.
Okay, so yeah, I'll make a copy. And I even said I'd make a copy. So let me make the copy overnight and I'll give that to you overnight.
I want the front page signed with a forward to me.
Yeah, I'll sign it. You'll be
Oh, you asking for his autograph?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get the author to sign the book. This is a first printing, okay?
All right.
Look, these two are artists. They know what it's like. You got it.
No, Lyra was asking.
Yes, but I'm telling them. Connor knows what it's like to have someone be like, "Oh, can you sign this? Can you sign this print?"
Yep, pretty dope.
Is this a first edition of White Ash? Volume 1?
We don't have any more of those. Well, we might have a few.
Listen, we have a PDF of it? It's electronic. Anyone can print it.
But there's like first printings. I don't think that. Yeah. Anyway.
Look, I have the collected volume of your works, Connor. Don't worry about it.
Yes, you do. You do. But there were first printings.
That's fine.
That's fine.
This seems like a good place to take our break, having finally made it back to Corsairport, having dealt with shenanigans. You have some money left over. You have a place to stay and food. And you've, I don't want to say got rid of, that's uncharitable. You have found a place in the world for SHEPART and the rest of the former drow slaves who are still alive.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well.
Now they will become night militiamen once they are done swimming in the ocean.
I really didn't think they would be able to make it like at all above ground. So this is awesome.
You were like, I thought they would catch fire and burn up instantly in the sun.
Yeah.
Who's the real racist? Connor Hughes.
I mean, I just don't know the rules. That doesn't make me doesn't make me a racist.
Look,
I'm sure
we'll be
somebody
back.
burns up in the sun.
What will happen in the second half? I don't have any idea. These guys need to come up with a new adventure for themselves in the second half. I have no plans, so I can't wait for them to come up with some stuff. We'll see what happens.